In the previous video, we looked at how to block devices or the personal owned devices outright by using a conditional access policy. But in this video, I want to show you can still give access to those BYOD or personal devices, but with a condition. What's the condition? In this case, you can push a PDF file like a terms of use agreement for them to agree, accept first, and then you can give access to the corporate resources. So let's look at this process today. So just to tell you something before we start off the process, the registration that I want to discuss here today is the device intra ID joined status or hybrid intra joined status and outright standard registered status. So they are not in tune enrolled at this stage. So what do we need to set this up? The prerequisites. We need the Entra ID Premium P1 in order to set the terms of use or the terms and conditions page for the conditional access policy. We need the actual terms of use or the conditions PDF file so that your legal or the entities that are supporting you need to be able to create that for you. So that's number two. And number three, you need to identify what are the applications that you are restricting, that all the cloud apps or the selected apps that are connected to Entra ID at this stage. Who are your users and what are the devices? So these are the prerequisites that you need to identify first. So in order to get this done, we need the terms of use to be imported into the conditional access policies. So let's see how that's done. So it's easy if you just type terms of use. So you can see over here. So what I'm going to do here is, and I already have downloaded, let's say created a terms of use PDF file. At this stage, it's a downloaded file from the internet. So it's a template, which I want to show here. And I'm setting the default language as English. And my terms of use page is demo terms of use. So no change there. So some conditions require users to expand. Yes, they need to expand. You can add any other language as well. The given languages require users to consent on each and every device. This happens if all the other devices are registered as well. So you don't need to do this if you don't have other devices registered into Entra ID. And I'm going to say off for now. Expire consents, no, I don't want to expire the consent. So duration before we accept the consent. So let's say if you want to get it done every fortnight, every monthly, every 3 months, something like that. So you can do that. And enforce the conditional access policy template. So I am creating a conditional access policy data, right? So I'm pressing create. And the new terms of use information should pop up here. So as you can see, the demo terms of use, current accepted and current declined. So we still haven't created anything. You can see the view audit logs as well, just in case to identify who are the people who accept or declined these terms of use. So if you go to the policy over here, you can see a bit of a detail about the policy and the language versions and the PDF file included as well. So that's how you create your terms of use before enabling that in the conditional access policy. So now let's see how to import these terms of use page or the configuration into the conditional access policy. So for that, we will go into the conditional access policies, and I want to go to the same policy which I've created earlier. So which is the BYOD block. So you can see all the information about this policy in the previous video if you want to make sure that you know what sort of setting that has gone to this BYOD block conditional access policy. So still the information are the same. I'm just using it for one user, and it's only for, so basically for all the cloud apps, but you can just decide what are the cloud apps that you want to push this policy into. Network, I'm not doing anything here. Conditions, I just want to include Windows only, because the problem that we noticed earlier, all the other devices should be registered as well. So that can be a bit of a issue. So here, of course, to demonstrate this policy, I am excluding Android and iOS. So it's only valid for the Windows devices at this stage. So let's keep it as it is. I'm not doing anything for the location. And the client apps, let's configure it to make sure the modern applications, because these are blocked anyway with a different block legacy authentication conditional access policy. The device filters are the same, so we are excluding these type of trusts, which is Entra ID joined and Entra hybrid joined. So no changes there, and we are not doing anything for the authentication flows. And for the grant, so we are changing from block to grant access, and we are selecting, now you can see the demo terms of use has been selected, right? So that's the one that we need to enable in this case, and require one of those selected controls. So press select, we are not doing anything for the session, and pressing save. So let's see the user behavior now. So we have the previous user who is trying to log into office.com. So let's do a sign in. Ideally, this user should be presented with the terms of use policy, and then upon the acceptance or the decline, then the policy will play out. Enter the password. All right, so as you can see, the terms of use has been now popped up. So please click and accept, confirm that you have read and understood the terms of use. Trying to just accept without reading it. So because of the policy that we set up, the user has to expand the policy ideally. So the PDF is now popping up. Go through, press accept, and then it will go through the flow now. Yes, and as you can see, the user can now log in into the 365 resources in this case. And now let's go back to the terms of use page. So as you can see, there are a couple of terms of use pages that we have created, but specifically I want to show the demo terms of use. So as you know, sometimes in Entra, it will take a couple of seconds or minutes to update the recent sign-in attempt or recent log. But I want to go here just to make sure that maybe it updated already. Yeah, it's been already updated. So as you can see the user account and the UPN and the file of the terms of use and the situation. What's the activity type, accepted or declined? So you can do a filtration depending on the decision as well. And the terms of use page, if you want to go through all the other terms of use pages as well. And also the sign in attempt will still show you um, the user's attempt of accessing these resources. So it definitely would say it has gone through the terms of use conditional access policy that we have created. Also, there's a Microsoft Entra terms of use learn document as well, which I'll be adding in the description, the link for this one. And it will say again the same thing, the prerequisites, how to set it up and how to add it to a conditional access policy, what are the limitations if there are any, and how the period would work in the terms of use and things like that. So in this series, we looked at two things: how to block the devices outright, so the devices won't be able to access if the device is not Entra-joined or hybrid Entra-joined. And if you still want to give access to personally owned devices or BYOD devices, you can push a terms of use depending on your requirements, and depending on the user acceptance, they will be able to access those resources that you are governing with the conditional access policy. So I hope this video was useful. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until the next one, thank you.